As we see the new Budweiser heading out, you can't help but wonder what kind of racing we would have had today had the Cellular One not gone through that accident last week. He was challenging the Bud at that stage. Bernie, so far so good today.
Yes, Don, it's been going good, and good Lord's taking care of us, I guess. You can hear the Miss Budweiser wheeling out on the course, and he's running awful well, and I just hope everything goes good.
I'm hearing some of the guys say Bernie's a little uptight today. I mean,
yeah, I am uptight. It's the Detroit River, and a lot of things happened to us over 25 years here in the Detroit River, and I just like to get through it and get everybody home.
While Bernie may be concerned about the safety of all drivers today, and who can blame him, boy, his boat's getting a great break again in the draw. The Budweiser already in a commanding position here at the start of E2B. And away he goes with Thor Racing and also Pepsi America's Choice competing here in Heat 2B. Jim Cropfeld beginning to stretch it out a little bit, maybe trying to get a feel for the final coming up where he knows he'll be facing a couple of other turbines. Mitch Evans out of Lake Chelan driving Ed Cooper's boat. One of the few remaining conventional styles with the engine in front of him, but the Budweiser now coming down the back chute where, again, the boats were getting light. You have to adjust those canards that are but really on each side of the cockpit, attaching the middle of the boat with both sponsons. There's the battle again for second and third place with Mitch Evans on his first trip to Detroit, first time to race here. I believe he was here as a child once watching his father, and look how quickly the Budweiser gets through the tight rooster tail turn. My goodness, that's how you get a 150-mile-an-hour qualifying lap. About a 6-second turn and then hold it at about 170 down the straightaway. Chuck Hickling built this boat in Seattle years ago. Jerry Hopp driving a boat that at one time was the Squire Shop. Chip Hanauer drove that years ago. Both of them charged by Allison Engines, and the Budweiser in first place. Perfect day so far with 400 points in an earlier heat and a good shot at another 400 today. And look at this, the battle for second and third as Mitch Evans in lane number 2 trying to hold on to second place, but Hoppity inside, we call him Hippity, takes second place as he holds on to lane number 1. Good race going into the wide turn. The Belle Isle Bridge in the background. As you see both of these boats heading around, able to keep their foot into it all the way around and down the back chute. Jim Cropfeld getting his way. It's that simple in this brand new Budweiser and only his 4th race. And even it can get a little out of shape every now and then. That bright spot from getting up in the air. And you're right inside behind the windshield with Mr. Cropfeld. Bill Davies, our cameraman at the start-finish line, getting those tight shots. And here's Jerry Hopp again, bouncing along that back turn. This boat's been around a long time. Al Thorson, the owner, crew chief, done a great job, though, of keeping it in racing. And the Budweiser just keeps flying along. From here, Cropfeld will have a real challenge as he goes out to Tri-Cities, Washington, the fastest race course in the world. No question about it. When great times are recorded, it is usually in Tri-Cities, where the waves are dissipated against the beach. They don't come back into the course. It is just a perfect spot to race boats. Bernie Little, who was undefeated in 1987, and mentioned earlier, a little edgy, a little concerned, and who wouldn't be after the catastrophe that took place in Madison a week ago when Steve Reynolds was seriously injured in the Cellular One. Everybody wants a smooth day today, get in, good racing, and go home. And Bernie Little's hull is in first place as Jim Cropfeld holds on and simply gets the boat dialed in now, preparing for his final heat against Scott Pearson, the Pringles, and Chip Hanauer, his old rival in the Miller American. If anybody knows this course as well as Jim Cropfeld, it has to be Chip. He's driven here for better than a decade. It is something special in his heart. And if anyone knows the secret way, the quickest way around the circuit, it's got to be Chip. Look how quickly that Budweiser can turn. Anything under 8 seconds is fantastic, and he's beating Matt rather dramatically. The Budweiser in first place here in E2B, ready for the final. 800 big ones for Cropfeld and Company, then the Thor Racing with 525. And it looks like America's Choice Pepsi is going to miss the final by just a few pesos. Down to the pits.
All right, Jimmy, it's not only been preliminary time, but it's also been testing time with the canards. Do you feel now you've got it set up for the final?
You'll never have it set up under Detroit River.
All right. What about this Blue Hanky? Are you ever going to tell me what this is about?
Well, we'll just kind of keep it to ourselves for a while.
I'm dying to know what this Blue Hanky... Before the season's over, you're going to tell me why you're wearing this.
Well, we'll see how good you are.
Okay, Don.
Somebody looks kind of tired. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
The Detroit River is never kind, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, somehow, for some reason, we're getting a lot of heat from the engine in the cockpit. And it's just, it must be 120, 130 degrees in there. And just really gets to you after you're driving out.
Well, plus trying to steer in here as well.
Yeah, hanging on's another problem.
Okay. Well, nice going, Jerry. Second place.
Yeah, we're in the final heat, and that's what we wanted. And we had to do a little playing around there with Pepsi to get by him on the inside, but I got that, and then I got by him. It really made our day.
We pause before Heat 2B, and the crowd has a message for injured driver Steve Reynolds.